My mother died of a sudden heart attack at 58. I thought I knew everything about her. Donna Clark, quiet, kind, an executive assistant who read novels every night and asked about my life over Sunday dinners. But during the will reading, the lawyer handed me an envelope, inside, an old photograph and a key. My mother's final request: find the man in the picture and give him this key. The man was a stranger. And I had no idea this would uncover a secret life my mother had hidden for decades. She'd lived alone since I was a kid, working the same job, reading the same books, never traveling far. To me, she was the definition of ordinary. That's why her will didn't make sense. The lawyer said I'd only receive the full inheritance after delivering the key. When I asked what the key opened, he said he didn't know, only that she'd updated this instruction every year for 5 years. That night, I opened the envelope. The photograph showed my mother, maybe in her 30s, standing with a man outside a shop, Capricorn Clock Repair. Behind them, the faint sign gave me my first clue. A quick search showed a clock shop in Seattle by that exact name. Owner, Stephen Foster. No photo, no details. I called. No answer. After 3 days, I drove there myself. The shop was small, packed with antique clocks. When I knocked, a tired voice said, "We're closed." "Please," I said. "It's about Donna Clark." The door opened, and there he was, the man from the photograph, older now, his face going pale when I said my mother had died. He led me inside. The place smelled like oil and dust. "She insisted on distance," he said softly. "She didn't want me to contact her." "How did you know her?" I asked. He looked at me, stunned. "She never told you about me?" "No." He took the photo from me, his hands trembling. This was taken 26 years ago. She'd just published her first novel. I laughed in disbelief. My mom wasn't a writer. She was an assistant. Stephen looked heartbroken. "Henry, your mother was one of the greatest writers I've ever known. She just never used her real name." I handed him the old key. He walked to a massive grandfather clock in the corner, inserted it into a hidden lock, and opened a small compartment. Inside was a leather portfolio. He passed it to me. "Your mother was M. Hicks," he said. "Every novel she wrote, every bestseller, came from her hands." I opened it. Manuscripts, contracts, letters, and a sealed envelope with my name. I read her words. "My dearest Henry. If you're reading this, I'm gone. I'm sorry you had to learn the truth this way. I lived my life in fear of being seen, judged, known. Writing was my only courage. Every story I wrote was a piece of me, and every word was a love letter to you. The money for my books is yours now. But what I truly leave behind is my voice. Publish my final story under my real name, Donna Clark, and let the world know who I was." I cried. Stephen did too. Over the next few months, I read all 12 of her novels. Every line carried her heart. Her final book, The Woman Who Hid, was her confession, the truth she'd never spoken. We published it under her real name. It became her greatest success. At a press interview, someone asked, "Are you angry she never told you?" I said, I was. But now I understand. She wasn't hiding from me. She was hiding from herself. A year later, I stood by her grave with Stephen. Her headstone now read, Donna Clark, 1967 to 2025. Loving mother and author M. Hicks. I whispered, "I wish you'd trusted me sooner." Stephen smiled. "She did, Henry. Just not until the end." And maybe that was her final lesson, that even the quietest people can carry entire worlds inside them. She wrote 13 books. 12 in secret. The 13th finally told the truth. So now, when people read M. Hicks, they know her real name, Donna Clark, the mother who changed the world with her words, even while hiding in plain sight.